done. What do you say we shake it? I really don't have, like, time to bat this around. I'm kind of on a schedule. I got plans for August, okay? I need an answer, like, now. All right. Yes, we're...
Looks like we're talking about Rando today. Now Rando, or the Child of Confusion, is a particularly powerful demon that showed up pretty early on in the story. He originally appears in the Genkai tournament arc disguised as Shorin. His main goal while there was to win the tournament and gain the teachings of Genkai in order to increase his power. To be specific, he desired the Spirit Wave technique, which supposedly granted someone enough power to destroy over 100 individuals at once. Now the reason he wanted this ability in particular was due to two things. One of the main reasons was the fact that it was his job. One of his greatest ambitions was to learn all of the secrets pertaining to that of the human soul and the energies that make it up. What this basically translates to is him understanding everything about the human psyche and all the powers that come along with it. What this basically means is that he wanted every single psychic ability under the sun in order to become a near godlike entity. And in this department, he was actually doing incredibly well. By the time we meet him, he already had an incredibly large reputation and was feared by most of Spirit World. In fact, although he had already killed hundreds of innocent people, he had also killed 99 psychics and took their abilities for his own. However, the problem is he got cocky. Due to the fact that he was becoming more and more of a problem, Genkai and Toguro would personally try to hunt him down. Of course, this was very early on in their career, so they were nowhere near as powerful as they were later in life. Regardless, this would not end well for him, as they would be the first individuals to ever actually land blows and even damage him. However, he would not be killed nor captured that day, as he was able to escape somehow with his life. However, this event will give him massive PTSD, in which he would then proceed to do everything under incredible secrecy. In fact, in between the time that it took for that particular event to happen, as well as the time that it took for everything to happen within the modern story, not a single person had ever seen his true form or lived to tell the tale. And if for any reason his true form is ever revealed, he will immediately kill anyone who is somewhat related to the event that resulted in him being exposed. Now, as you can imagine, the other reason why he wants the Spirit Wave is to kill Genkai personally with her own technique. During his quest in order to fulfill this, he would then go toe-to-toe with both Kuwabara as well as Yusuke. He would steamroll through both of them and would easily defeat Kuwabara as well as Yusuke, only losing to blind luck. With Kuwabara, he would personally torture him after shrinking him down with the shrinking curse and then immediately breaking his bones just for the fun of it. It should be noted that this is actually a pastime of his. Whenever he gains a new ability, he will immediately test it out on innocent individuals, killing them and torturing them all in the same setting. However, this is an obvious weakness. He never fights to kill, instead to inflict as much pain and suffering as he physically can within the fight. It should be known that this is actually how he lost to Yusuke. By continuously prolonging the fight, he gave Yusuke enough time to eventually get the drop on him and cause him to take more damage than he was supposed to take. And this forced him to utilize the shrinking curse, and this backfired on him due to the fact that Yusuke had his ears plugged. With that being said, let's go into his actual abilities, since I've been talking about them continuously throughout this entire video. Starting off strong, we will start off with one of his best abilities, which surprisingly is not one that he stole. Due to the fact that he has such a massive understanding of the soul and his powers, he can copy pretty much any ability that you could possibly think of. Due to the fact that he also has perfect memory, he's able to easily memorize pretty much any ability that he's seen, even if it was only one time, allowing him to collect abilities as if they were Pokemon cards. He would personally utilize this incredible skill in order to amass a skill set of over 100 abilities, including Yusuke's Spirit Gun. And before you ask, yes, it does actually extend to demonic abilities as well. One of the first abilities that he displays is Circle of Inferno. Circle of Inferno is an incredibly powerful technique created by a particularly powerful martial artist. It allows a user to transfer their own energy and transform it directly into flames. The size of the fireballs is directly proportional to the amount of energy utilized in the technique. A major weakness of this ability is the fact that it can be reflected back at the caster. Another ability would be Cyclone Tornado, which is a technique utilized by another powerful martial artist who Rando killed. The technique is supposed to be utilized on damaged individuals, as it creates a vacuum which will cause blood to immediately rush out of any open wounds. Not only does this ability cause so much pain that it typically results in someone passing out, but it also will cause them to usually die of blood loss due to the fact that it will cause every single wound to become exponentially worse. He also possesses the ability to summon two types of demons, one of which is a lesser demon who will follow his orders to a T. The other species of demon would be hate fish, which are aquatic life forms which easily devour pretty much anything within the matter of seconds. The only problem is that the only way they can be summoned is if there is a nearby body of water. He also possesses the ability to make string entirely created out of his own demonic energy, and he has complete control over this and combine them in order to perfectly create a nearly indestructible substance. Now obviously you can break through if you have enough destructive power, however this can prove to be somewhat difficult. Moving on, he also possesses the incredible ability of the Shrinking Curse. Once again, this is in fact a stolen ability from another master. Upon completing a chant, he can shrink down the size of literally anyone regardless of their power level. However, there are a couple caveats. One major weakness is that he has to say the chant perfectly every single time. If he doesn't, it will either backfire on him or simply not affect the target. There's also the matter that if someone simply covers their ears, then it simply will not affect them. Lastly, he was able to to copy the spirit gun from Yusuke, and I'm not really going to say much on here, it's literally just a beam of energy. Anyway, that's all I got for this particular video. This was just a quick freaking one-off, mainly just because I was incredibly tired after doing the 16-minute video from yesterday, and I wanted to say this earlier. I did that entire video in the span of one day. It was ridiculous. I did it all in one day, and today I didn't feel like doing anything, so I was just like, you know what? I've been watching Yu Yu Hakusho, let me just crank one out real quick. But anyway, if you like videos like this, be sure to like, subscribe, go down to my other social media platforms, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye.